Welcome. Welcome to Between Lovers, the Heart and Soul Chronicle. I am T, your sacred guide, here to hold space for mythic truths, soul remembrance, and divine restoration. Today is a remembering, not a teaching, not a lecture, but a gentle, powerful remembering of who you are. This is an evening transmission for the late night lovers and an early awakening for the morning drivers. But today, this is for black women. Now, of course, anyone can listen, receive, and even relate in some ways. But as a black woman, my role is to always pour into my own cup. And that includes pouring into my sisters in arms. Because we don't get enough hard knock love, only hard knocks. This began as a love letter, but maybe it's really a soul intervention. A remembering. Because love, real love, corrects, restores, and returns us to who we are. I will always lift as I climb. When you know the power, you help others unleash theirs. Without further ado, I give you a love letter to black women. Remember who you are. Black woman, the world often gave you their behinds to kiss, built empires on your back, robbed your temples, your womb, your voice, and still had the audacity to call you angry, simply because your soul roared back truth into the void. But let me tell you what the world won't. You are revered. Your skin holds the blueprints of stars. Your smile curves like the crescent moon. Your hair coils and flows like rivers and lightning. Your body was the first architecture ever designed by God. Your movements are like water. Your forgiveness is unreal. Your compassion unmatched. They know it the moment you walk in. They feel it. That is why they try to reduce you, name you, rebrand you, tame you. But beloved, you were never meant to be branded. You were meant to be honored. The truth? The world expects too much from you and gives nothing in return. Social media taught you that giving away your culture is content, but giving is a choice. If black women shut down their platform for peace tomorrow, the entire rhythm of this earth would go silent. They created it to ensure that they always had access to you. Your dances, your slang, your recipes, your hair rituals, your prayers, your rants, your tears, your laughter, your brilliance. They built it knowing we share everything with each other. And by proximity, they gain it too. But there comes a time to gatekeep the temple. Now, this part isn't easy to say, but it's harder to keep living in the silence it creates. Because sisters don't keep quiet with accountability. We speak up with love. Let's not spiritualize what requires truth. Let's not sugarcoat what demands clarity. This is where we lay it bare, not to shame you, but to free you. Because sometimes the healing begins when we stop explaining our worth, stop waiting for someone to love us properly, and start asking ourselves harder questions about what we've tolerated in the name of potential and what we've accepted just to not be alone. So, with love in one hand and truth in the other, we face the mirror. Your mate is a reflection of you, just as you are a reflection of your mate. Have standards for yourself. Walk away from what isn't aligned with your highest version. If you are still angry about the past, it's not the past. If you felt like you deserve better, stop remaining in spaces designed to minimize you while you crawl just to make it out. Accountability and responsibility are crucial here. Love is corrective. Sisterhood is corrective. When someone loves you, they want you to be your best self. People treat you in accordance with what you align with, and they treat you based on how they feel about themselves. So many are used to aligning with trauma, feeling powerless, inadequate, and helpless. So they fall for anything. Desperation, fear of being alone, illusions have so many women in chokeholds. Worshipping other people's relationships when their truths may be dark. Caught up in entertainment, reality TV, and social media trends. Becoming zombies or overachieving to numb. There are women sitting in pews every Sunday, running behind men who cheat, lie, and manipulate, and because he says he's a man of God, it's believed. These same women condemn other women whose belief systems or lifestyles differ from theirs, while holding low standards for themselves, unable to see the value in another woman because misogynistic views have been programmed into them, views reinforced by dating, marrying, or idolizing these type of men. They want marriage, and some are married. Some are taking care of these men financially, physically, mentally, and emotionally, expecting them to reciprocate when they don't even have the tools to do so. Learn to listen to a man the first time he shows you who he is. Behaving in divine righteousness is nothing like what we see going on. How can you condemn another woman's freedom while choosing bondage in your own home? Stop using God to act helpless and accept tyrannical behavior. Release tolerating the following: giving up on your dreams, being with men who don't see their children, laying in bed with him every night while he ignores his own legacy, being okay with him belonging to the streets as long as he comes home to you, acting as if you're somehow the winner, accepting broken promises from men who lie because it's emotionally unsafe to tell you the truth. They still benefit from you clinging to the promise even when you see no signs of it occurring. Or they've lied to themselves so long that it's simply habit born from devaluing themselves their entire lives. It's emotionally unsafe because you're in constant emotional chaos from life and his energy that you can't balance. Emotionally beating one another down will never yield a healthy end result. Being highly educated, running thriving businesses, but keeping your relationship truths a secret out of fear people will call you crazy or stupid. They can see it. The only one thinking you're tricking folks is you. Manipulating yourself into happiness while time passes you by. Cortisol levels through the roof. Gaining weight while telling people it's comfort or happy weight. Or losing too much weight from stress and calling it discipline. We can't keep complaining while maintaining these same conditions. Black women, we are dying from heart disease, strokes, gut dysfunction, and autoimmune diseases at an all-time high. Your immune systems are exhausted. We can't lead the future if we can't lead the current. Release upholding systems that harm you, while praying for liberation you refuse to embody. We are a standard. Let's remember with love. I get it. Sometimes we don't know how to begin, where to begin. We don't know how to stop performing or how to ask for help. But at least listening, reflecting, and deep breaths are a start. You are not alone. Don't pick up another hobby, degree, or TV series before you become your favorite subject. Become a constant student of yourself because the best chapter has yet to be written. And know this: respect isn't earned by endlessly being available to his every whim. And if you're treating him like a child or showing up as one, you're not truly respecting him either. He will either rise up to meet your standard or you need to move on. And if he leaves you, that means his standard has shifted. Learn to be okay with not being what he wants anymore, because he's probably not what you want either. Stop choosing longevity over health. Stop choosing pain and suffering over peace. If you're tired of how men are behaving, stop being so willing to tolerate it. Men are coded to respect dignity. If they don't see it, they won't give it. We are all mirrors. Reflections are in our relationships, so take inventory of your circles, of your self-talk, and of where your energy goes every day. Are you elevating or seething in resentment? No one owes you anything that you can't and won't provide to yourself. And if no one has told you lately, there's no shame in admitting you've lost yourself for a while. No shame in feeling tired, afraid, or simply unsure of what comes next. A happy woman, a radiant woman, a woman who knows her own light, she changes everything. And you deserve to be her. Not someday, but right now. Because your light is so bright and so beautiful, even in your darkness. Even your sadness is too bright for a world that fears truth. Start with your own front door and come on back home to yourself. She's waiting for you. Take a breath with me, beloved. Inhale truth. Exhale everything that isn't yours. Black woman, no more disrespecting yourself for the sake of their comfort. No more sacrificing your temple to feed a system that starves your spirit. No more dimming your sun so others don't feel burned by your light. You were not made to blend in. You were made to blaze trails, to birth nations, to heal generations and return the world to its balance. Affirm, I am sacred, sovereign, and deeply loved. Today, I remember. The prophecy. If black women remember themselves, black men will remember themselves too. And when we return to divine partnership, we will turn these mother-loving tables. When black women love each other again, when black men love each other again, when the soulful community stands as one again, the machine collapses. And guess what? We're waking up. That's how I got here. That's how you got here. Listening to this moment right here. So many taught with hate. Hate is coded into others' DNA, but not ours. That's why they must keep you indoctrinated in every aspect. Media, beauty, education, religion. Because if you remember who you are, you will become unstoppable. When you rise, you call your divine partner to rise with you. When you remember, you call him to remember too. Before we go, let me say this. I was once lost in trauma, to fear, to pain, to identities projected onto me by family, lovers, and a world that never knew what to do with a woman like me. I speak on this with conviction because I lived it. The one person you can never outrun is yourself. So tomorrow morning, or even right now, stand in the mirror for 10 minutes. Not to fix anything, not to criticize, but to see yourself. Ask yourself, is this the woman I dreamed of becoming when I was a girl? Am I my own role model yet? You deserve to be a woman you're proud of. In your softness, your strength, your soul, and your standards. You deserve to speak the full truth of your existence without shame. Even if it's not perfect, it's you. And as long as you are here, never give up on the you still want to become. Yes, people have taken advantage of my kindness. Past friends, lovers, even those I prayed for. They chose manipulation, control, and deceit. Not because I was weak, but because many have never known what a truly loving friendship or sacred love feels like. They lack love for themselves, so they couldn't receive or reflect love from me. But I chose to choose me, because I cannot lift others unless I rise. And I'm done bleeding for those who only know how to break hearts. Heartbreakers only know heartbreak, for that story ends here. The narrative must change. Life can feel defeating at times, but please ask for help. You are not too much. You are not too late. Your light is needed more than your ability to give yourself away to the undeserving. You are not a burden. You are becoming, and you are deeply loved. This is your love letter, beloved. Sit with it today. Let it pour back into the places that drained you. No one in this world needs you more than you. And when you're ready to go deeper, join me for our Sacred Relationship mini-series. It begins tomorrow for Soulful Sunday. We're reclaiming love, not the fantasy, but the frequency. Not the performance, but the present. This isn't surface level. This is soul deep. And it begins on a Sunday because love is a divine lesson. If this episode moves something in you, like, share, and subscribe whenever you listen. Don't forget to scroll all the way down to the bottom and leave a review so I can know what you guys need. Check out other resources at BetweenLovers.com, BTWN, LVRS.com, and follow at Between Lovers on TikTok and Instagram for more mythic truth, soul reflections, and sacred restoration. I am T. This is Between Lovers, the Heart and Soul Chronicles. Walk boldly, walk gently, walk soulfully, and if you're called, baby, walk free. I love having you here. And please remember, I love you. Peace.